this.
Let's make Chelsea great again. Enzo Maresca ball. I said you got to be a diehard Chelsea fan to be here tonight. Turns out a lot of Chelsea fans came out. Got to give credit to them. Episode 12 of the United States of Chelsea. After the win versus Barcelona, we got a full house today. Not the TV show. We got Tosh in the building. We got Lul. And this last person, if you don't know her, she goes by Ya Footy Nerd on X. And she's a big Maresca out account. But let's see if she's still Maresca out after today. And guys, man, I got my Somali tea. I'm ready for this thing. Let's get it popping.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
3-0. 3-0.
3-0 Barcelona. I mean, as you can see, I just can't stop smiling. It's been a great day so far.
Seriously, cannot complain. Like, this rivalry we have with Barca is rooted, is deep. So, and we haven't played them since 2017. So it feels good to play them. Well, I don't know if we can call it a Champions League tie because of the new format, but it feels good to just destroy them. Let's call it what it is. It was complete destruction.
And let it be known, we were dominating before the red card. I know we talked about this off camera before the recording, but guys, let's call it as it is. Like we dominated that first half before the red, and we should have been up 2-3-0 in the first half alone. So I'll take that 3-0 win with or without the red card.
Yeah, I don't want the red card to take out any credit of the performance. Like you said, we could have scored 2 goals that were tiny bit of side. And as I said to you guys before we got on live, it's also credit to us that we took off Araujo from the game because he was frustrated because he couldn't do anything else but do reckless fouls, and it was a fully deserved red card. So
Yeah, for a second there, I forgot that we were even playing Barcelona because it looked the way we controlled the tempo, the way we had the ball, the way they were chasing us instead of us chasing them. I kind of felt like we were Barcelona for a second.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
And
at first, the first game, at first they had possession, but we grew into the game and
the counter press, our counter press was impressive.
Immaculate.
Yeah, we got pressed early and we didn't respond well, but our counter press, once they got possession, Barcelona didn't want possession of the ball. It seemed like they were scared of the press, and
that's also because Pedri was not on.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I mean,
he's the controller.
Our possession play mixed with the tenacity at which we wanted that ball back the moment we lost it. You could just see the frustration creeping in. It's also a big game, so it makes sense why Malo got pulled because of his yellow card. I thought that was maybe premature, but the more I thought about it, it's actually a good decision because you saw what happened to Araujo. He let the moment get the best of him, and next thing you know, we're up a man.
Yeah.
Lul, speaking of tenacity, I saw a stat before this weekend's game, and it was Maresca's men, when they lose the ball, they get the ball back within 7 seconds or less. So that's impressive, and I felt like that watching the game today.
Yeah.
We lose the ball, bro. We're chasing that thing.
Yeah.
And it's one thing when you're pressing, I used to talk a lot of shit about Mason Mount because I used to call him the glorified presser, right? He'd be on his own, pressing the ball, trying to make it look nice, when in reality, a successful press requires a cohesion, right? People have to move in unison. If you're the only one blocking,
not just running like a headless chicken.
Exactly. And for all of us to be not only pressing the ball but cutting off every passing option that these guys had, you could see their frustration just boiling over, and I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, Yamal, I think he had maybe 2 or 3 plays on the ball early in the game where it seemed like he was going to do something, but after that it was bad, and he had to deal with Cuckoo, first level. He cuts inside, Caicedo. If he beats him, Chalaba. If he cuts inside even further, it could be Reece James. I think we game planned well with him. I think Neto was probably outside of Cucurella, I think he was my MVP. He was just in the right place.
For real?
Yeah, because he was putting pressure on a lot of that wing play.
He frustrated me a little today, me personally.
I mean,
but
he had a sitter. He had a sitter which he missed,
Big.
but a big sitter.
Of balls too, where he could have made a better.
Yeah, but he occupied those center backs.
Yeah, I was gonna mention like credit where it's due to Maresca today. Like he got the formation spot on. I was kind of like, we're playing without a striker. That's interesting, but that allowed what you exactly just said about Neto, where he was able to press and counter press and nullify the front, which was great to see that it was effective.
I'm not gonna lie. I would say Maresca's my MVP, just because of the tactical
my MVP
setup.
Is Enzo.
Enzo was amazing.
Incredible.
Should have scored.
Should have, but he got an assist where he was not selfish.
Yeah.
He gave it to Delap. He kind of like paused really well. So nullified the offside trap.
Enzo's he's not Madueke or Sterling, you know.
Not that play. It was in the first it was in the first half. He had he had a chance on goal, which I think I don't know if it got called offsides or did it.
I think we were offsides a lot.
There's one goal. He scored a goal offside.
Yeah.
The first goal offside was Enzo.
Yeah.
And then the second goal we had three goals offside. The second was Santos, and the third one, Santos was in the second half. And then the second one, I don't remember. Was
the one he scored off.
Oh, he scored two offside. He scored two offside.
Yeah, he scored two
offside. Actually, two.
Yeah, I mean the one that came in from the free kick should have been a goal.
Yeah,
I think Chalaba was gonna make a. Yeah, he was gonna make a play, but he didn't make it. Yeah, I don't think he touched it. I think he got out of the way, but the way
he ducked out of the way of the ball, but
that one was the harsh one for me. That was the harsh decision. I felt it was a goal.
Yeah, and Kuku being onside for that own goal, I was surprised by that. They didn't give us the right angle to see.
Exactly.
They gave us like the worst angle possible.
Yeah. I first half I was especially like I loved the way Reece James was a 6 when he needed to be. He was an 8 when he needed to be. I saw him popping up in positions. I was like, yo, is he a 10 right now? He was literally like up and down the midfield, just making it his. And that Enzo, Moise, and him, and then even later when Malo came out and Andre joined the midfield. I mean, our midfield is looking really, really good.
It's looking nasty, bro. I mean, I was nervous when Gusto came off. And why did he come off? Was it because of the yellow? Was he injured? Like, what was up?
I think
maybe
yellow. I think it was the yellow. He already had a yellow.
Yeah, not taking any risks.
Exactly. Yeah, and then they need to rotate for Arsenal. So either him or James, in my opinion, were going to come off first, and then once Santos came in, or no, who came in at attack? I think it was Delap. Delap came in as attack. That was pretty much like a warning sign that one of those wingers was going to come off, and actually both wingers came off, which I appreciated. I wanted Estevao to come out just because like the game was over. Let's save this kid. He played really well.
I'm not sure if Palmer is going to play the Arsenal game. It's still FA, and if he plays this, he's going to come off the bench. So we need Estevao. We need all the creativity like in the world.
The best game for. I was going to say the best game for Palmer to play is because we play Wednesday, right? After Arsenal.
Yeah, we do.
I think we go to Cardiff. That's probably the best game to like reintegrate Cole Palmer back in because think about it. Our team's going to be cooked. Like, we played 90 minutes today. We're going to play a full strength team on Sunday versus Arsenal. So we're going to need to rotate.
We're so lucky too. We have pretty much no one is going to AFCON. Yeah, no one is going to AFCON. So we're lucky in that regard. But yeah, we have to be mindful because the games are racking up. Like Carabao is coming up. FA Cup is coming up. So we have to be mindful. Honestly, I'm not like as much as I miss Palmer, as much as I know how much he contributes to the team, as much as I call Palmer FC all the time, I'm not in a rush for him to come back. I really don't want to rush him. We see what happened to us when we rushed him back against United, when we rushed him back against Bayern. That bite us back in the ass. So you know what? The team is on a good run. We're winning. I don't see why we're not allowing Estevao to just flourish and just make sure that he returns when he's fully healthy.
Yeah, when we first lost Palmer, I remember it took us a couple weeks to for the team to kind of get used to his absence, for
Yeah,
Maresca to
we
figure
were
out
rusty.
like
Yeah.
what the system is, who's going to play where, like who's going to bear the responsibility, because he has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, Palmer. So when he's gone, people got to step up. And if you see us now, like we're looking really good, right? So I don't want to rush him getting integrated back into the squad just to mess up this balance that we've created right now, right? He's definitely one of the best players in the world. Everybody knows that, but we need to, ease him back in.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on, you said Cardiff. It's Leeds and it's a Premier League game. I think Cardiff is a cup game, correct? Yeah, Cardiff is a cup game.
Yeah.
Which is on the 16th.
We play Leeds before or Cardiff before?
We're gonna play Arsenal, then Leeds on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna go into Bournemouth, which I think is a sleeper game. Bournemouth is they seem to be a decent team. I don't know, like
defensively they're pretty good.
Yeah, and like Chelsea, we tend to play down to our level and we play up to our level, which is, it's good for the big games. But I feel like Leeds, I'm confident. Just because if win or lose against Arsenal, I think, lose, which we hope it doesn't happen. They'll be motivated to win. And then win, we'll have that confidence. And also that'll probably allow us to play those young guys. Like against the Leeds game, I want to see Acheampong start.
Yeah.
Personally.
There's something fishy going on between Acheampong and Maresca, though.
Yeah.
No, for real.
But wait, Asma, right?
Yeah, Asma, exactly. Yeah, you pronounced it perfectly, and it's so refreshing because people always butcher my name.
No, I can't. We can't do that. Come on, we're cultured. But
you guys are seasoned. I love it.
but Asma, before you go into the Maresca and Acheampong conspiracy, I want to know, like, your account. You have the Maresca out in your bio. You got the days, the countdown to like the Clear Lake out days when their contract ends. Like, what's your beef? I mean, I'm not going to ask you your beef with Clear Lake, but what's your beef with Enzo Maresca?
I'll be very honest with you. Part of it is, like, for me, Twitter is a way to just, like, troll, have fun. It's light. I barely ever, like, share my face on it. Like, it's just, like, that's when I integrated Twitter back in 2016 or 17. Football, it was just like, you banter and you live tweet during the games and it's funny and you make friends and it's trolling, right? But if I go in depth, my problem with Maresca is that for me, we should be title contender. For me, this year is one of the easiest, if not the easiest, league run I've ever seen. It's up for grabs. The quality is so low. Even when I look at Arsenal, yeah, there's improvement. Don't get me wrong. The Zubimendi signing is amazing. The Eze signing is amazing, which is ironic because it comes down to an injury of Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? Sometimes football is funny like that. It's just fine margins. I know and I'm fully aware that our center-back partnership is not the strongest, but I feel like at this stage, we should be title contender. It's the easiest title run I've seen. Even last season for me, it was an easy title league run, and this year is even easier. So my standards maybe is higher than most fans. Most fans fall into like, yeah, but he hasn't bought any center backs in the summer. He wasn't back properly. It's a process. We're the youngest team. I don't fall into that category. For me, we're Chelsea. We have that DNA. We splashed 2 billions almost. We're closer to 2 billions than 1 billion. And Maresca has splashed like about 400. Like it's still a lot. It's more than any other managers. Hansi Flick splashed 25 million. You know what I mean? Those are factual numbers. So for me, I just feel like Chelsea is capable of a very serious title league like run charge. And that's where I have difficulties. And also, I feel like his system has not been the greatest. When I look at it from an outside perspective, without the emotion, without the Club World Cup, which, by the way, I was there the entire time. I traveled to the States. I was there in the final, and it was great. But aside from that, if I took the emotion out of it, like, and I analyze, I feel like there's a lot of players that regressed under him. Not so many that improved under him. Yes, not so many that improved under him. And I just, like, I'm not satisfied with the level. Now, right now,
would you say regress?
Yeah, who would you say regressed?
So many. Like for me, Palmer regressed under him.
Mm.
Okay. All the defensive line regressed under him, right? Reece James, I don't want to really use him as an example just because, like, you have your three generational players in Reece James and in Casado and in Palmer that no matter where you put them, no matter in which system you put them, their individual brilliance will shine no matter what. Like it's chaos or structure, they will shine. They're just generational players. We've seen Reece James under Lampard, under Potter, under Tuchel, on any he's always shining. Even in his stints in the championship, he was the MVP. So, I don't count these players. But like Joao Pedro, he's a different player. He was so great in the Club World Cup. And then now he's a shadow of himself. Pedro Neto, same thing. Like for me, so many players regress under him. There's no clear improvement. Which player you can tell me under Maresca has drastically improved? You cannot name me one.
I would argue, Caicedo and Enzo Fernández. I mean, their talent was always there.
Enzo, people
under
were
Pochettino.
Criticizing Enzo so much under him. They were saying he was better.
Well.
Sorry?
Levi Colwell, I would say, improved under Maresca.
Because Pochettino was playing him as a left back,
Yeah.
So now he's playing in his natural position. So
I do agree with the.
Not only that, Levi Colwell was pretty shaky early on in Maresca's tenure too.
Like in Maresca's tenure, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but then he got his shit together.
He got his shit together, or like it's Maresca that coached him and improved him, or is it just the same player we've seen at Brighton that was also quite good? Liverpool was on the way of signing him. Like, was it really down to Maresca or down to just his natural ability?
He got opportunity. I think he did get up a lot of more opportunity with Enzo, and I think that showed his ability.
Yeah, he played more football as well.
Exactly. We didn't really see him in his natural position either.
No.
So,
I mean, guys, I would say like today was a prime example of the team fully buying into Enzo Maresca's system. We played his system just so perfectly, right? And it looked so nice to watch. I don't know if Barca made it easy for us because I think Lul said it. We looked like we were Barcelona, and they looked like they could have been Chelsea. The way we play sometimes.
Yeah, but I need to see this type of performance more consistently, because that's another thing where I'm not convinced with Maresca is the big games too. We turned up this year against Liverpool, but then Liverpool got battered by everyone else. Yeah. It's like, do you actually take Liverpool as a big game?
Yeah, and that's similar to this Barca game. They got a red card. It's kind of.
I'm not taking anything away from today, though. Today was a brilliant game. But credit where it's due. Bravo to Maresca. He did well. But I want to see this consistently. I want to see us do that against City, which he lost 3 times against the City. You know what I mean? I want to see that against Arsenal, which he also lost. So like if you replicate what you've done today to Sunday, then I can start perhaps giving him more credit. But
how about if it's not there? If we go into Arsenal and we perform the right way, would you be more inclined to back him?
For me, it will take that plus where I know when we always struggle, the December-January period.
Yeah.
If he can get out of that period where we're always shaky, where he lost so many games last year in that period, if he goes through that period and we're in a second position, then we can start talking. Before that, no, sorry.
Yeah, I think he needs to win out in December and January.
Exactly. That shaky period.
Yeah, because even last season, from December to almost March, we were not playing well.
At all.
Yeah.
Hey, like, I'm sorry, but that's my element. Why I'm like not satisfied is because last year he fumbled both of the cups and we lost to Brighton and Newcastle. And at that time, Newcastle were really, really bad in a bad run. Like they were 12 or something like that, right? And then we won against them in the league and then lost against them in the cup. And then Brighton as well. We lost against them like twice in like a span of 10 days or something like that. For me, that's important because your FA Cup and your Carabao Cup, they give you room to let your players, your younger player play and have a feeling of what it takes to play in the Premier League, because often in the semis and the quarter you face a team like Liverpool or like Spurs, like you know, so that's where you do your transition. So that's where I was like not satisfied with Maresca, and then we struggled to get top four. We got top four at the end of the season, like it was not sealed done, like it was teams also being asked, teams like Aston Villa and Newcastle and all these teams that were like stable, they dropped off. Like they lost and we got the points, but it's not like we like at least finish in the top four very easily. We can't say that.
I will say this just to play devil's advocate is, and I know you said earlier, like, yeah, we're a young team, I don't care. But I will say that's a pretty big deal when you're thinking about the psychology of these players, right? For example, last year when we were in the title race and he came out and said, we're not in the title race. Me personally, I was on other podcasts freaking out, talking about this is the first time in my life a Chelsea manager ever said we're not in the title race. Like, what the fuck is he thinking? I was pissed too. But when I look back and I think about it, these kids are 20 years old, bro. If you told them, guess what, we're in a title race, these kids would be shitting themselves. They would not be able to, you know what I'm saying?
But they know what it takes to play for Chelsea. Why did they sign for Chelsea?
But I agree with you, but I would say we got to get there together, you know? Like, for example,
Sorry,
Arsenal was a 4-year. Arsenal today, they're able to fight for these titles because even though I'm the biggest Arsenal hater ever, I will say their team grew together. You know what I'm saying? Those 20.
But they haven't won fuck all, and they spent I don't know how much.
But we're not Arsenal.
In the sixth year.
We're not Arsenal.
Year.
We already won something. Okay, we already won 2 things. We'll never be that. But what I'm saying is we got to grow together. You know what I mean? The same way they grew together to win fucking nothing. We're gonna grow together and we're gonna win a lot of shit.
But is that the Chelsea way? Because I think the Chelsea way for the last 20 years is win no matter what. And I think
it's a new Chelsea though.
We've never seen
2025. We can't do it anymore.
I know, but I agree with you on a lot of it. But we've never seen the fan base giving excuses to like losing. To be fair, what was that first year they came in? 22, 23? Was that
Yep.
Clear Lake?
Yeah, Clear Lake.
No, 21.
21.
End of 21, beginning of 22.
So which season was the season where you finished 12? That was 22, 23, right?
That was 22, 23.
Yeah, the 22, 23 with Potter.
Yeah, exactly. So it seemed like we were in a rebuild, and usually rebuilds don't go well in football. I think this one, I could say with confidence, this one is actually doing pretty well. It just has taken a lot more time than people expect. Also, we won the Club World Cup. We won the Conference League. Of course, that's not what we want at the end of the day. So I think this season, and I think this season,
that's football, bro. Listen, you want to win a cup right away, you get a fuck ton of money. You hire Conte. You hire, I don't know, maybe Mourinho a couple years ago. There's only certain people who can fucking come in here, say my way or the highway, and win cups. Okay, if you want. And back in the day, yes, we used to win cups because we had bread and we'd cop whoever the hell we needed to get. But at the end of the day, that was not sustainable. So if you want a sustainable way to continuously win.
But nothing proves that this way is sustainable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because when you think about it, the only team that had a process and dominated football is Manchester City. And they pretty much have not done what we've done right now under the Clear Lake. They're the only team that I can say trust the process because they created the dynasty. They won it all. They sustained the Premier League. They won it, what, 5 times?
They did, but what is that a new process though? It was because to me that's more of like the Galactico process. You're gonna go out, you're gonna splash.
Whatever process you want to call it, you call it. But that's the only role model that I would follow personally. That I could say, yeah, you can trust this. Any other trust the process has not worked. Yeah. For me, Arsenal, even if they win the league this year, it doesn't taste as good because it took a lot of money, a lot of investment, and a lot of time. And it took Liverpool and City to fall off for them to finally win it. It's
That's
not like they've won it when Liverpool won it against City or when City was the level was so much higher. Even the quality of players was much higher. We were talking about Prime Salah. We were talking about Prime KDB. We were talking about Harry Kane. Even before Hazard. You know, that's the years where football was at its peak. They're winning it now. For me, it's not like, yeah, we should follow the
No,
Arsenal.
okay, wait. I'm not saying we should follow, but okay. First of all, yeah, I'm not saying let's follow the Arsenal model because
No, but
the
I'm
Arsenal
talking
model,
like process.
I know, but and the Arsenal process is 50 million euros for Nani Madueke. These guys are fucking mentally, they're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Or that is not the process we're following. But also,
For a bench player.
who has a process that is like I play Football Manager every year. Okay, these guys are doing my Football Manager process to go out, go find the youngest kids from some slum village in South America. They're gonna sign him 2 years later, and he's gonna be Estevao. He's gonna be a beast. He's gonna make people like Real Madrid who have a process wonder how the hell did we let this guy slip through our fingers, right? So what I'm saying is we're building a new process. I don't even think there's anybody that we can look at to kind of be like, hey, that's kind of what we're doing, you know? But what I can say is I can point at other clubs who have established a process, maybe not the best one. Arsenal, for example, you know, they were shit. They're still shit. They're less shit now. So, okay, maybe their process is doing better. For us, I feel like the thing that we're building is it's going to be a very sustainable model in terms of we're going to have players that we're going to have money. Okay, we're going to have players to flip. If we can make 20 something million on Madueke, God knows what we can make on Satpayev and Kenda and all these other boys that are coming through, right? And if we can get a model and a manager who's going to actually have us playing a good way and getting us some cups, I'm happy. But right now, I think it's too early to look at 20-year-olds, Estevao, who doesn't even know English, and be like, you need to win us a league this year.
Yeah, but I think that's why a lot of Chelsea fans are mad. We're buying young guys. We bring in a coach that didn't really have top-level experience. Where he strived the most was being the academy coach for Man City. He brought up Delap. He brought up Lavia. He brought up these guys. So you can kind of see the vision of what the Chelsea ownership wants. They want to grow something, and they're willing to be patient. A lot of Chelsea fans, especially Chelsea fans that have been fans for a couple of decades or more, they're not going for it. That's why there's a lot of Clear Lake out people. Personally, I watch American sports. I understand it. Your team goes from complete garbage for like 2 to 3 seasons, and then you revamp. And we have American owners now, so they're bringing that model in. But when you're playing at the top level in Europe, people don't have to agree with you, and they can have reason not to agree with you. I mean, it's like I see both sides of the coin, but I think one day they'll come together once the success hits. But I think it's gonna take some time to convince some Clear Lake out people right now.
You know, for the record, that was Maresca.
The amount of money we spent should have like fueled the process. It's not okay to spend this amount of money and we're still talking about a process. That should have, when you have the monopoly in your hands, you should have like fast forward the process. It shouldn't be taking 5 years or 7 years or whatever amount it's supposed to take for us to win a league. I'm so sorry. No matter what you tell me, I disagree. We did sign good players in Estevao, in Palmer, in Cucurella. I agree with that 100%. But also, we signed Dross. We signed players that we already sold. And personally, me as a fan of football, I'm not interested in the finances. I'm not interested in that. Like, if I want to watch finances, I'll go to Deloitte website and just watch and like be a finance bro, and that's it. I'm not interested. I'm just interested in the football aspect of things. You know, I have my real life job to watch my finances. I have my adult life to watch my finances. I'm not interested in that. Oh yeah, but we bought him and then we sold him for profit and PFFP and this. I don't care. I want to watch good football. I want stability in the pitch, and I want to win trophies. That's all I care about.
But I think two things can be true. Like when it comes to the amount of money we spend, right? I agree with you, Osma. Like we spend a lot of money. We should be, investing that money into like the starting 11. for the most part, right? Like we shouldn't still be talking about, oh, we need a center back, oh, we need a goalkeeper, we need a striker, right? Well, these are the things that some positions we still need. Even though shout out to Robert Sanchez for stepping up in the past couple of weeks and today, like our center backs, like our whole midfield and defense like did
Even
such
Chalobah
a
was really good today.
yeah, they did such a great job. Sanchez didn't even like go to work today. He had an off day.
He was
chilling.
sleeping.
But so like that's an issue right there, right? We should have invested heavily into the starting 11, not just spend on half of the starting 11 and then spread the wealth around Strasbourg and around the world wherever we loaned out our players. But at the same time, to argue your point on last season, I agree with Lowell because I'm like, I don't think the team was ready last year to compete for the Prem, because the team was young. And I'm really young. We had the youngest team in the league last year. And we're coming off a Pochettino season where the team is, trying to buy into Maresca's philosophy. So you saw like a big, like if we started the season playing Pochettino ball, which is why we were still like playing high flying, high tempo, style of football. But then like once we started buying into Maresca's system and people started to struggle. So that's kind of not just the amount of games we played in December, but also like Maresca's system really started to take full like shape in like that December, January period. So we fell off, but then we picked back up, right? We started to like develop, players started to learn each other. So yeah, no, I agree and disagree with you on that.
Well, I never said we should have won the league last year. All right. I said that this year we should 100% definitely. It's the fourth season of Clear Lake. We splashed more closely to 2 billion than 1 billion. So for me, it's this year, but I felt that last season we should have done better. As for Maresca, when he came to Chelsea, the first word he said that he was attracted to this project because he felt that the players fitted his philosophy. The players were amazing. The depth was great. I'm quoting him. So for me, I don't want to hear that he's lacking players. I don't want to hear that because he said with his own word that these sets of players fit his philosophy. That's why he was attracted to this particular project, right? So you're saying that you're happy with what you have. And a coach that has this amount of depth, like why for this season people are talking about center backs? Why am I not saying more of Josh? Why is he not improving? Why is he not evolving into the team? He's a player that fits Maresca's system and style of play. Why am I not seeing more of this? Is the type of player that I want to see getting integrated into the team and improving. That's the typical, like that's the job of a coach, right?
Maybe it's a slow integration.
For me, and of course, yes, we're young, but again, that goes not just on Maresca. That goes why. Like I have no problem having young players, but I need a backbone. If you put a bunch of young players, of course you're gonna lack stability, and you'll have like a period of time where they're inconsistent because they don't have a backbone. They don't have senior players that can grab them by the scruff of the neck and help them out and grind the game when sometimes you see instabilities, like your senior players are gonna, like exactly, right? But of course, like when there's a lot of young players within the same squad, within the same starting 11, you'll see the instability. But why? Why was it needed? Like, why didn't we invest in more? Like, when I say senior players, I'm not saying Casemiro for United. No, I'm saying we could have bought more like ready, self-made ready players.
I hear you. Trust me, I get it. I get it.
With a combination of young players and have more of a
100%. Like we talked about this like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we talked about like a hybrid model. Let's bring well-developed players, world-class players. Let's also, we can still buy young, and we can also integrate players from the academy. Like that's the ideal model, which
exactly.
Maybe what it looks like now is, the Cole Palmers, Enzo, Caicedos, like we're gonna grow them to the point where they become those experienced players for Chelsea, right? And then the Estevaos, who are a couple years younger, they're going to be the youth, and then slowly we start to integrate more of these academy players, like this guy like Jesse Derry, who's like playing for England. Like he's scored for like the under 21s, under 17s. Like we got some quality like around, just on loan and just from the academy. So I think the future is bright. And also, don't get me wrong, like because I'm counter arguing you, I wasn't always Maresca in. I mean, I slowly became Maresca in to the point where, once we won a few trophies, we won the Club World Cup, the Conference League before that. That's when I, fully bought into, all right, I'm fully giving you a chance.
The Conference League was like a no-brainer. Like it's more of an embarrassment if we don't win it than if we win it. Like for me, it's not like job done. I was happy that day, but that's it for me. It's like the next day I don't even think about the Conference League anymore. And the Club World Cup, like I love the fact that we won it because we closed the set and it was amazing. I have such good memories from that tournament. We played my local team, which is Espérance Sportive de Tunis. I'm Tunisian. So for me, that was a dream come true.
I was at that game.
Yeah, I was at that game. Thoughts on the fans?
The fans were amazing. The Tunisian fans, trust me, like they are up there with the Brazilian fans, bro. Like they were crazy,
right?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, so for me, that was
half
a
the
dream
stadium was
come
still
true.
empty too.
Yeah,
and all the noise was coming from that side.
Yeah, 100%. The Chelsea fans were like silent, to be honest with you. And I was so conflicted. I was so conflicted because that's my local team, but Chelsea is like my diehard team. I've been like a Chelsea fan for over 2 decades. So it's like it was so conflicted, but at the same time, like a dream come true. The day of the draw was like jumping and running in my apartment because I couldn't believe it. That said, like I'm happy, but come on, like we faced small teams the entire tournament all the way up until the PSG game, and then the PSG game, amazing final. But I'm not gonna get gaslighted by the Club World Cup as if like we won the Champions League. Like
the Brazilian teams were not. They were. That was not easy competition.
The only team that was very harsh, we lost against it, which was Flamengo. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna like. We're lucky that Bayern and City got off. Like, look, you can play that PSG game 10 times and then we can lose.
I keep hearing like we're lucky City. We didn't play City, but the City lost. Four. They conceded 4 goals to a team
we always lose
league.
to City.
Let's not forget that.
Well, we always lose to City, and Maresca has never been able to win against Pep. Pep like battered him. Like we lost like last year against City was embarrassing. Like the worst game for me. It was.
We always play City first game of the season or like first couple of games of the season.
No, I'm talking about the second game.
Oh, the second game.
That was the embarrassing one.
You were there?
No, I didn't go to Stamford Bridge. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in Canada, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you guys all from the States?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Which part? The French side or?
French side.
Montreal.
Explain my accent.
Montreal. Okay, nice.
Explain my accent. Yeah, first language is Arabic, second is French, and then third is English. That's why sometimes I'm like, have to think before.
What language am I speaking?
Well, hey, you know the good thing about us being in North America is our owners are American. So I feel like every year we're gonna get an opportunity to see Chelsea play in the
100%. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and we're nerds, so we don't care if the starters don't play. To be fair, they can play. They can play this. They can play the B team. I'm gonna do it for because
to be fair to me, like even back with Roman, we played many times in the States. I was there in when we played in the awful game where Ruben Loftus-Cheek got his. Not ACL, the other injury. I forgot the name of his injury. Yeah, I was in Boston. I went there and I met the players in like a private training session, which was great. I saw Eden Hazard. I was crying. Yeah, we played in the state too. I think it was Dallas, I don't remember. I went too. So yeah, Chelsea, honestly, they love the States. They always go to the States. And now that, like you said, American owners with the World Cup coming up as well. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Like, preseason is gonna be postponed to August.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a preseason. In some cases,
be very short. Very short.
Yeah,
this year we didn't have.
We might not have a preseason. Yeah, you guys are right.
This year, did we really have a preseason?
We had like two games. I think we played
the Club
AC
World
Milan.
Cup was the preseason, kinda.
Kinda, yeah. Okay, so I got a question. So, what do you think of the our potential in the Champions League? Do you think we should win? Like,
Why not?
okay.
Why not?
All right. That's
Why
what I
not?
like to hear.
Why not?
Wait, but you say
Why
why not?
not?
Do you think we're gonna win?
Do I think we're gonna win? It's with the new format. It's hard to tell. Like big teams lose. Like PSG barely made it through the first leg, like the first, and then they won it. You know what I mean? They were struggling in like the new format last year, if you remember correctly. They were
Yeah,
like
I remember.
almost last, and it took the last game for them to qualify to the second round. I don't even know how to call it anymore. But I mean, so it's weird to like it's too early. I cannot pinpoint a team. Tomorrow it's gonna be telling with the Bayern Arsenal game. That's gonna give me a better idea of who's really strong. Like, is Bayern really as strong as their beginning of the season? Is Arsenal as strong? That's gonna be an interesting dynamic. But yeah, it's too early to tell. But I don't see why we can't go all the way. Like Chelsea always turn up in Champions League. There's something special in Stamford Bridge on Champions League night. The fans are always up for it. Why not?
yeah.
Like really, why not?
We're a
I
tournament
think we
team.
have more chances of winning the Champions League than the league,
Interesting.
if I put it that way.
I agree. You know, before the game today, there was a lot of talk online, a lot of talk, and they were pitting, you know, these two teenagers against each other. One half of
Why?
the world was talking about it's going to be the Lamine show. The other half was talking about it's
The
going to be the
Estevao
Estevao
show.
show. And guys, what show did we watch today? I think I
The
don't know.
Estevao one. I said on my story. I said on my story because we saw like Lamine after the goal, like he put his head down. Then I was like, "Damn, Estevao, snatch your chain." I was
Yeah.
laughing like that, but you know that's the crazy thing about football nowadays. Like they're so young. We
Yeah,
keep forgetting they're so young. Like
Ridiculous.
Lamine is
and
still
even
a
now,
good
I'm
player.
trolling. I'm trolling. You know, like one game isn't defining who's the better player. You know, they have literally a 10-year career ahead of them. But just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say right now that yeah, we got the chain. I got the chain
Yeah,
on
we
my
got
neck.
the
I
chain.
got Lamine's chain right here. That's about.
He
You saw
barely
the
did
way he
anything.
jinky
He was
two man.
nullified.
He had two men on his back. The first guy he sent him to the corner flag. The second man tried to come and sent Estevao, since I knew he resigned him a couple years ago. One thing I would just I couldn't wait to see in a Chelsea jersey is that signature near post Ross Clot into the top net. And the way
It's
he
almost like the
pressed it
same
today.
goal he scored against us.
Against us, right? I was thinking the
If
same
you
thing.
watch this
Exact same
Palmeiras
goal.
comps,
Exact
if
same
you
goal.
watch the Palmeiras
Same
comps,
angle.
that's his goal. Like he does that like every day. That's the
Damn.
finish that he likes.
I love, and they're so satisfying too. Those type of goals are the most
There's a
satisfying
picture with
one.
the keeper diving
No
and
angle. And what do you guys think? Let me ask you the question. Do you guys think we can win the Champions League?
Um,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, if we played like the way we did today and we play a team like Barcelona, then yeah. But realistically, teams are gonna and coaches are gonna adjust. They're gonna watch games where Chelsea struggled and put a system out there to make us struggle. So honestly, Hansi Flick didn't prepare. I don't think he prepared well for this game because there's
No.
there's a way to beat Maresca's team, and you just have to like lay low, play compact, and, you know,
Are
and
we
make us.
playing them in the Camp Nou or not?
No.
I don't think so. And I will say, listen, we are a young squad. I don't, and I don't think we're mature enough to be there week in, week out in a 38 game season to do well in something like the league. Like you need to be very consistent every fucking 90 minutes that you're on the pitch. And I think we're more of a cup side. You know what I mean? You give us a team, you say win or die, you know, win or go home, and we're probably gonna win. If you saw the way we played against PSG, it's the same thing that we did against Barcelona today. We got a big matchup, a big coach, big team, big players, and we outperformed them. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say we're gonna win, but I think we're gonna have a good run.
Without the jinxing aspect of things.
Okay, so let's just predict out of what? How many teams are in the Champions League? 32. What do you think the finish will be in the Champions League? Let's just get a number.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell now.
36 teams. 36 teams. So out of 36.
Like where we finish?
Where are we gonna finish?
I think top 8 for sure. Top 8. Because we're in the top 8 now, right after the win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're fifth. We're fifth, but that could
We're
change.
5th. Yeah,
that could change tomorrow, though. But yeah,
true. But I think we can easily get 4 points out of the next 2 games.
Yeah,
so that should solidify us in the top 8.
Okay, top 8. Is same with you, Asma? Top 8.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
little top 8. All right, so I think it's consensus top 8, which I think is we skipped the first round of knockouts, which I think will be highly beneficial for our team. I have more questions, but the center back situation, now that I think we have pretty much everyone back except Levi. Who's the go-to center back situation?
I think you have to say Fofana when he's fit. He brings that stability. He brings that experience. He was good today, actually. He was really good.
Yeah.
He was really, really good. But then again, it's hard to tell because today I don't want to analyze today too much individually because I feel like everyone gave at least minimum 7.5 out of 10. Like the weakest score I would give is 7.5. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think the weakest was Robert Sanchez because he didn't do shit.
Yeah,
he didn't have to do shit.
He was sleeping, so you're not even gonna give him a score. To be honest, with you.
He doesn't even need a score.
Much. Like you don't even score. And maybe Garnacho was not great. I was not impressed.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. I mean, everyone pretty much got a 7 to 7.5.
Yeah, I cannot give lower than that, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to tell. Is it like because everyone was great that everybody shined because collectively we were like a unit and solid? Or can you really say, yeah, today, like, Fofana was great? But I don't know. I feel like I would put Fofana.
Fofana and Chalobah?
I don't know. I don't know anymore because
Badiashile
is great. It was great under Potter, was ass under Poch, and last season he was not great under Maresca. It's like interrogation mark. It's hard for me to tell. The center back situation is really hard. Every time I see Josh, I'm impressed. Hato, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Good game in the cup game, but then shaky in other games in the Champions League.
Karabag,
Karabag. He was very, very shaky. So it's like, but then again, he's young. He's adapting to the team. He's adapting to the league. So you want to give him
a lot of money. I think it was a lot of money though. I think we paid what?
40?
40? It was 40, but like close to 50 with add-ons, I believe.
I want Badiashile. Like I want to be able to count on Badiashile, but I don't trust him. And every time he has the ball, like my heart just drops to my stomach.
He's so good on the ball though. That's the crazy.
But when he wants to be, dude, I've seen him like
he has like clumsy feet sometimes. Yeah,
I think it's something.
I think it's mental, but for him, I think it's mental. It's not like quality attribute. I think it's mental. When he's pressed from behind, that's when he becomes clumsy. But I think like on the ball, he's technically sound. You know what I mean? He's good, like with his left, with his right. He has good retention, good passing. So he is technically good on the ball, but I think it's just, bozo moments at times.
Literally big bozo moments, especially like if you see him when we're playing a low block team and in those games our defenders have a lot of the ball. They're trying to start the attack. Sometimes they'll have the ball with no pressure on them. And this guy looks like...
To play devil's advocate, if you say that, then wouldn't you say that Chalobah has also bozo moments?
Oh, for sure.
A lot of them.
He's had a lot this season.
He cost us the Bayern game. But I feel like Badiashile is like self-inflicted bozo moment, whereas Chalobah is like it's also self-inflicted. But sometimes you might get a bad pass. There's something that might be like a domino effect in which at the end of it, Trevor Chalobah has a bozo moment. Badiashile, nobody 5 meters from him, and he's gonna have a bozo moment, give up a goal. I don't understand.
What about the time with Sadio Mane in Liverpool? Like this haunts me. This error haunts me. Like that was self-inflicted.
That was.
I mean, you know what? I can agree with that. Chalobah. Well, Chalobah, Fofana. I can agree with that. I'm not mad.
Yeah. Asma, I really appreciate you on the show today. So far, like how do you like the Chelsea community, and how are you just starting to get into YouTube? Is there something you want to plug?
I've been on a couple of channels, especially CB. Do you guys know him?
Yeah.
CB, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've been
was on a
CB.
stream. We were on a stream actually.
Today?
No, this is in Philly when they were playing Flamengo.
Oh, when you like live, you mean?
Yeah, live.
Yeah,
Well,
I've seen you guys. I've seen the
Yeah.
videos. I'm like, no, honestly, I love it. I love doing it. People told me to start my channel. I just don't know where to start. And life is like, so it's time consuming. It's time consuming. So you have to find the right balance and give it time. And if I want to start it, I want to do it properly. But I love it. I feel like Chelsea fans are the realest from all the communities. Like you can have cool conversation because they keep it real. They're not overly emotional. I don't know if I could be able to go on a channel with Arsenal fans, for instance. Like that would drive me cuckoo. And I feel like with Chelsea fans, even if you have like different opinions, which we do here, for example, we can still like, I can still see the way you think, and you can still see the way I think, and it's like respectful and cool.
You know why though?
Why?
Because I think we've been through a lot, like together in the past couple of years. We've won cups together. We've won championships.
Trauma bonds.
We've seen everything you can think of, and then we've seen our club go to shit. We've seen our club get sold. You know, have a whole new model,
So you're
new
saying
owners.
trauma bond?
I'm telling you, we're trauma bonding and success bonding, because we can always say, oh, remember back in the day?
We know both.
You remember those guys? You remember 06? You remember 2010? So it's like there's so many stories to share. I don't think we can, ever hate each other.
Yeah.
Regardless if we have difference of opinions,
True.
Yeah. And where can they find you, Asma? Like where can they find you in the socials?
Yeah, of course. So I shared my Instagram with who's running the account?
I'm the Instagram account?
That's Tosh.
Yeah, I got you. I'll tag you. Don't worry.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. As of now, I don't have any channel. I don't have any like TikTok account. But honestly, like, why not? You know what? Let's start this. Let's do it more. Like I will share it. So I still have a lot of like, I don't have a lot of followers, but people like follow me on Twitter. Sometimes they love me, sometimes they hate me, sometimes I get cooked, sometimes I get loved. You never know with that app. But yeah, like I keep in touch with the community, so I will share your guys' channel.
Yeah,
and you guys are lovely, and this should grow. Honestly, you have good ball knowledge.
Yeah, we haven't.
You guys have to change the American opinion, because people usually they're not the biggest fans of American fans. They're always like,
we're trying.
Me sometimes I'm guilty of that, but
we're trying to run with it. It's only been like a couple months, so we're still growing, and we would love to have you along on our journey as well. So we have plans on getting live streams. We would love to get you on some live streams in the future, like watch along.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Yeah, and
I feel like the watch along is what works the most.
Yeah. So we'll be getting.
People are tuning in for the game already, right?
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where I've seen the most of it. And with CB, like people tune in, they're on the comment section.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could be our Canadian correspondent in the future. You know what I'm saying? if Chelsea pulls up to Canada, we'll pull up too. We'll do a fan cam. You should. Make it happen.
They only came once to Montreal, but it was strictly for training, and it was Mourinho who picked it because of the weather. He really liked the weather, and he liked the fact that at that time, it wasn't huge. Football wasn't huge, so he said like he likes to come here because like the fans are not crazy camping in front of like the hotel rooms and stuff like that. Yeah. But now with like the MLS growing, it's growing. The football is growing here in Canada.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you guys too. It was a lovely conversation. Thank you for having me.
No,
I know that I don't have the most like. I have Pauler's opinions. I'm not the most like.
We love the
opinions.
You're based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you have a although you might think it's a small account, to us you have a big Twitter account. a growing one. So, we appreciate you for coming on, to our podcast. We're growing, we want to grow with you. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll catch up
Let's
one day,
do
like
this.
Tosh said, maybe fan cam in Montreal. And also we're going to be doing fan cams in the World Cup as well. So
Please come. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I cannot wait to see where we're playing because
yeah,
I'm going for Tunisia 100%. I am going. So if it turns out, you guys, if it's not indiscreet, where are you located in the States?
Oh, we're Washington, D.C., 2 of us, and then 1 in Atlanta.
yeah. So
okay.
I'm temporarily in Atlanta, but I'll be back in New Jersey. So the MetLife will be my home stadium.
Okay,
Going
so
forward.
Atlanta and New Jersey is very close to me. Washington is a bit of a drive. No, it wouldn't be a drive. It would be a
It'd
flight.
be a fly,
It would be
yeah.
a flight for me. It would be a flight. But I'm so down to catch up with you guys, do live footage. And you're also welcome if you come to Montreal. I'll show you the city. It's better than Toronto. And I'm standing on business with that one.
Well, we're gonna hold you to that last.
Yep.
Yeah. No, honestly, Montreal is underrated city. But you have to come in the summer.
Yeah.
The winter, no.
On
It's too
Canada
cold.
Day.
On Canada Day. Or second week of June during the Formula One. Because it's so lit. We have a Formula One race
last year.
It's so lit. The city turns crazy. It's so lit.
I was this close to going to Montreal last year for the race.
Oh, you should have. It's amazing. Great weather. It's not too hot. It's great. People are amazing traveling from across the globe. Because the racer really loved that race. I don't know why. Like, apparently it's like a fun.
Montreal's cool though. Montreal's just a cool place. So
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah. At least now we got a connection to Montreal. So
Yeah.
you see what Chelsea.
Just
You see what Chelsea
me.
does.
Follow me on the socials. I'll follow you
Yep.
guys back. I'll share all of your stuff on both of my platforms. I already did today on Instagram, but I'll do it on my Twitter account as well.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
you. Up the Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea. Episode 12 in the books. Let's get it. Barcelona.
Right.
Who
Thanks
are
for
you?
having
Who's
me.
Yamal?
Who's Yamal?